Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, a warning: if you live in Nigeria, you are not entitled to an opinion. If you live in Nigeria, you are not entitled to an opinion, and if you have an opinion in Nigeria, Malam Buhari and his men will come after you and detain you. Guys, I bring you this. EFCC confirms NairaMarley's arrest, give reasons. EFCC confirms NairaMarley's arrest and give reasons. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has explained why it arrested popular singer Hafiz Fashola, aka NairaMarley, this morning, Friday, May 10. Confirming his arrest, the acting EFCC spokesperson Tony Orilade, in an interview, said, yes, he is with us. He is not the only person. He had some other persons also arrested alongside him. They were arrested in relation to advance fee fraud, internet-related cases, and all of that. Give me a little time and I'll get you the details. NairaMarley made the news a few weeks ago after he publicly endorsed internet fraudsters, also known as Yahoo boys. So now this guy NairaMarley, I'm sure all of you would have been following the storyline. He has been coming out in the public space to say that all these Yahoo boys are victims of the situation that they find themselves in Nigeria, and the Yahoo boy is no worse than a Nigerian politician. We've all seen the antics of the Nigerian politician, Ganduje and all that, pocketing dollars. We all know what a Nigerian politician is. He then drew the parallel that how is a Yahoo boy worse than a Nigerian politician, or how is a Nigerian politician better than a Yahoo boy. So this was a conversation he was having within the internet space in Nigeria, with some people coming to say that you can't say that these boys are doing the bad thing, and him doubling down on his position that these boys are doing what they have to do to survive in the environment that they find themselves in, and the circumstances that's led them to having to do this kind of job. The people in position who should be pointing a direction for the country, but are instead pocketing the assets of the country in their bank account. So he was having all that conversation in the internet space. Now NairaMarley is a musician, is a well-known musician, is a popular musician, and is a successful musician. So I'm not aware that he has a reputation for Yahoo, and I don't know that any allegation of Yahoo has ever been leveled against him. All I do know is that he came out in the public space to say that Yahoo are victims of the situation in Nigeria, and this is what he's been saying in the public space, and he's been doubling down and defending these boys, and then suddenly is now of interest to the EFCC to the point that they've had to go and detain him. And why have they detained him? He had an opinion, that's why. So now let's see what some people had to say in response to this. Let's start off with Davido. This is what Davido has to say. Malian, free bro, nothing spoil, I got you. So he's come out to back him. So now let's go into the comment section of this piece. Actually, before we go into the comment section of that piece, let's see what the police spokesperson, CPS Dolapo Badmus, had to say. So this is this Dolapo Badmus lady who is always quick to have an opinion on everything. Let's just have a read through. There have been reports that singer NairaMarley has been detained by the EFCC weeks after he publicly endorsed Yahoo boys. Popular police officer Dolapo Badmus took to her Instagram page to shade the musician following his arrest. On her IG account, she wrote, "The only authentic Naira I know is Nigeria's legal tender. Any other Naira attached to something is a counterfeit." So that's her reference. It's a bit like that song, Only Mr. Johnson, Adewale Ayuba, any other Mr. Johnson is a counterfeit. So she's now using Fuji music to mock NairaMarley. This is now the level of ridiculousness that the Nigerian policing system has degenerated to, with all these farcical and comical people in charge of affairs in Nigeria. So now let's go back and read the comments that's been left on the original story. Let's see what members of the public have to say. So Frequency Unlimited says good news. And then somebody responds, David Chooks responds, there's nothing good about the news, bro. This is not a case, and it's certainly not a case. Having an opinion is having an opinion, and if he feels that these are the reasons why these people do yahoo, then that is his own personal opinion, which is entitled to. Emmanuel Kachi, lock him up for life. I don't know why he would say that, for having an opinion. So here's now an Emmanuel Ohio. Another foolish move. He made comments automatically. He's a Yahoo boy. How can you arrest someone for stealing when nobody has reported anything missing? With an average lawyer, he will be out. Simple case of witch hunt. It's just utterly ridiculous, isn't it? Really, it's beyond laughable. It's quite sad. And this is now the level that Nigeria has fallen into. This comment really saddens me. Talk, please deal with them well. So this is what an anonymous said. Talk, please deal with them well. So this one is now in support of somebody being dealt with for having an opinion. So it's a sort of Stockholm syndrome that we have in Nigeria, that we are now having like that victim mentality, and we expect to be victimized, and we then adore the people who victimize us. Because this guy has an opinion, and now you are now saying he should be dealt with for having that opinion. And his opinion is really a non-placid opinion. It's just saying that the circumstances in the country is what is leading these boys to do these things. And it's a fact. It is the circumstances in the country that is leading those boys to do those things. There's absolutely no getting away from that. And if he says that, it shouldn't even be something that should even come under the EFCC's radar. They shouldn't even see that comment at all. It's a show business comment happening among show business people, and this guy is saying these are the reasons, and some people are saying, oh, those reasons are not enough to justify these actions. Is a commentary, is a debate going on in the public space. What's now concerning the EFCC there? It's just staggering sometimes. So now to have an opinion in Nigeria is a detainable offense now. I wonder now how they are able to then justify detaining this boy, because they have to obviously provide evidence, or would they then tell him to come and be telling them if he's done yahoo or not? Maybe they'll start beating him up to give a false confession, as they usually do within the Nigerian system. I'm not quite sure how this is going to pan out, but the guy has an opinion, and then you go and detain him. He's at home with his friends, and you round them all up. We know also what they did to Kolade Johnson. This is the sort of mentality that we have in Nigeria. It's crass, and I wonder if these people have any training. Do they just pick people off the streets and give them a uniform to say you are now police in Nigeria? Is there any training that goes on to teach these people? Maybe they should get the Metropolitan Police to come and train these people, because there's no real competence showing in any of their actions. I've never really seen anywhere where a police person would just go up to you and say, oh, you said something that I don't like, therefore you're under arrest. I mean, if it's defamatory, then it's defamatory, but this is a public opinion commentary. This is a commentary on the goings on within the Nigerian state, and this guy, as a Nigerian, then comments on the situation of his country, and that is sufficient enough for him to be detained. And then when they detain him, then they start then looking for reasons, because this person now that has responded, he said that what did he say again? Let me just go back and check again what he said. Yeah, he said, yes, he's with us. He's not the only person. He had some other persons also arrested alongside him. They were arrested in relation to advance fee fraud, internet related cases, and all that. Give me a little time and I will get you the details. So this is the spokesperson for the EFCC, Tony Orilade, who's come out to say that they've arrested this guy, but is not then able to furnish the media the reasons why they have arrested him. Give me a little more more time and I will get you the details. If you are coming to speak to the media as a police spokesperson, as an EFCC spokesperson, coming to speak about a high-profile person that you have detained, then surely you would then have the details of what you are going to talk about. This really is the level of incompetence that we are talking about, you know, because he is come out to say, okay, we have arrested him, but the reasons are we'll have to find out the reasons why we have arrested him ourselves, and once we know the reasons that why we have arrested him, then we'll come and tell you. But the first thing, we have arrested him, and then we'll think of a reason, come back later, and then we'll give you one. This is effectively what he has said. Ludicrous beyond belief, but things like this happen routinely in Nigeria. Just drawing breath, just breathing fresh air in Nigeria is enough for you to be arrested, and this is still going on. It's madness what is going on there. Now, what says you? Having an opinion in Nigeria is something that is liable to get you detained. This is what the police in Nigeria is now saying, because we had that incident when they are saying we shouldn't be speaking Queen's English to the police officer, and then we had another situation when they came out to say that we shouldn't confront them, and now they are now even saying we shouldn't even have an opinion within the public space. So where are we heading to with all of this is really the question. So NairaMarley, the EFCC, and having an opinion in Nigeria, that is the topic of conversation for this video. So come join me in the comment section to have that conversation. But before you come join me in the comment section to have that conversation, click on the red subscribe button so it goes gray. Click on the bell button, that way you are notified whenever I drop a video. Then come join me in the comment section. Let's see what we're making of this. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section, but here I say peace.